Hello, this is Flame67, and welcome back to the Tales of Symphonia Boss Tour Remastered. This time we will be fighting Iubaris, the Guardian of the Seal of Light. This boss is notable for a number of reasons. One, it is weak to darkness, and there aren't many options to exploit that weakness to darkness, but we'll be taking advantage of one on normal and one or two on mania. Second thing, this boss is the point in the game where you get the Friendship First title. Colette will get this title if you manage to make it to this boss and defeat it without having a single character die once. And another thing is it's the first enemy that drops brass, and none of the customization, none of the people who offer customization materials for grade by this point in the game offer brass. So this is the only way to get brass right now, and there is one particular weapon for Lloyd that needs brass. So you have to defeat this boss in order to craft that weapon. And there is something that you can actually steal off of him, and it's a very peculiar item that is very difficult to get anywhere else. On the Mania Mode fight, I will be attempting to steal this item. And, of course, its resistances. It resists fire, lightning, and light. Though I do not think it is immune to any of them. If it is immune to light, then I'll have to change my strategies up a bit. But there are several interesting things about this boss, and we'll be exploring them during the fights. And with that, let's get into the preparation for the battle on normal mode. Alright, so here is the normal mode file. You see here my party is Lloyd, Colette, Genus, and Rain. And they're all level 26. On a first-time play through the game, I recommend level 26 for Rain in particular, because at level 26, on T-type, Rain learns Nurse as an upgrade to First Aid. And Nurse allows Rain to heal everyone at the same time. And that's important because while Iubaris is a single enemy, it has several moves that have a wide area of effect and can hit multiple targets. So it's important to have a means of healing everyone at once. And that's why I have Nurse here. Also, I'm not casting Photon because of that resistance to light. Instead, I'm going to let Rain use Sharpness and Barrier in order to ideally increase Lloyd and Colette's attack. I would rather her not use Sharpness on Genus, and Barrier on anybody to increase their defense. In addition, who has the Holy Symbol right now? Not the Holy Symbol, the Stun Charm. Do I... Oh, right now Rain has the Stun Charm. You noticed in the monster list data that Iubaris' attack attribute is light, and that means its basic attacks are light element. And that means the one most in danger of getting hit by light are not the spellcasters. They're the ones going up in melee. So that Stun Charm should not be on Rain, It should be on Lloyd. So I'm going to put the stun charm on Lloyd instead of the Yata mirror, and I'm going to give the Yata mirror to Rin. Okay, I think that's the only thing regarding equipment. Regarding U attacks, again, because Iubaris resists fire, lightning, and light, you want a non-elemental compound unison attack. I'm going with Pow Blade. Tiger Blade on up, plus Pow Hammer on up. Those make Pow Blade, that's non-elemental. And Genus is using Air Thrust, and Rain's using Photon for whatever amount of damage that does. For X skills, you get a couple level 2 X gems in here. I still am not entirely sure how I'm going to set them. I think I'm leaving these X gems for another fairly difficult fight coming up. So for now, Lloyd has Lucky Unison, Colette has Lucky Unison and Regenerate. Genus has Magic Boost and Technical, and Rain has Magic Boost. For strategy, Lloyd on front lines, Genus and Rain on long-range magic. Colette is on long-range skills, and give her Paraball and Ray Satellite to use. And regarding Genus, because Iubaris resists fire and lightning, I've disabled Eruption and Thunderblade, so he's only going to be using Spread, Air Thrust, and Stalagmite. And I think that's all for the normal version of the fight. Right. Regarding Lloyd's techs, I have Hurricane Thrust on down and Beast on right as 2 different level 2s for different utility. Beast if I need to send Iubaris flying, Hurricane Thrust if I'm going to keep a combo going, if I see Colette coming in with a Paraball or something. Oh, right, there's one more thing. That weakness to darkness. The enemies in the Tower of Mana are kind enough to drop Black Quartz on occasion. These items give the target Dark Element attacks temporarily. I'll be using these Black Quartzes in order to give Lloyd Darkness Element attacks in order to hit Iubaris for weakness. And with all of that out of the way, let's get into the fight. Start with a magic piece.
Strong! Tempest! Come get some air thrust! Ready? Tate! Tiger Blade! Tate! Tiger Blade! Hurricane! Stalagmite! Tate!
Okay, now Genus, use the Black Quartz on you.
Here! Tate! Tiger Blade! Hurricane Thrust! No way! Don't get in my way! Tate! Tiger Blade! Beast!
Okay, give yourself an apple jump.
Come get some air thrust! No way! Help is on the way! Nurse! Tiger Blade! Thanks! Tate! Tiger Blade! Hurricane Thrust! No way! Are you okay? First aid! Around! Get him! Blade! Get 'em! Spread! I'll help. Barrier! Tiger Blade!
Okay, now Genus, give me an orange yellow blade.
Watch out! Okay, noodle! Terrible!
Uh-oh.
Come get some! Air thrust! I'll help. Sharpness! Satellite! Tiger Blade! Hurricane!
Okay, Genus, give me another block, please.
Here! Tiger Blade! Out of my sight! Ray satellite! Are you okay? Thanks! Get him! Spread! No way! Terrible! Tiger Blade! Hurricane! Barrier! Pancake time! Stalagmite! No way! Terrible!
Okay, Rain, give me an orange yellow.
Be careful!
I was just warming up.
And Colette got the title Friendship First on this playthrough. This is the very first time I've gotten the Friendship First title ever. Now, granted, I did reset a couple times when I did some of these fights, when I got a death, but I did really want to show off the title Friendship First eventually, and after the Mania Mode fight, I'm going to be taking a look at the Friendship First title to see if it's worth putting on Colette. Because right now, the only ones she has are Colette's and Chosen. If Friendship First is better, I'm going to use it. But the look at the Friendship First title will be after the Mania Mode fight. For now, let's get into that Mania Mode fight, shall we? Alright, so here I have the Mania Mode file. The party is a little different this time. I've got Colette, Kratos, Sheena, and Rain. So I've swapped Lloyd and Genus for Kratos and Sheena. The reason for that is, because of inherited texts, we have a means of using dark attacks without needing the Black Quartz item. All because of Sheena. See, every time you release a Summon Spirit Pact in this game, you get three things. One, you get an equipable item that gives any character that element attack and resistance to that element. That can't be inherited, but what can be inherited are Sheena's texts, which she gets two. One, a seal that can give a character that element temporarily, so like a quartz item, and being able to summon that particular spirit with 100 TP when Sheena is in overlimit. So right now, for strategy, I have Sheena on long-range magic, so and all her spells are disabled except T-Seal Darkness, Summon Darkness, and Summon Corinne. So the plan is for Sheena to cast T-Seal Darkness on the party to give them dark element attacks, and to summon Corinne in order to help stun Iubaris. I've also have Colette's X skill setup specifically for the one that gives you the Item Getter Compound EX skill, which makes the chance of stealing items with Item Thief and Item Rover guaranteed. Which requires all four. It requires a level 1, a level 2, a level 3, and a level 4 X-Gem. And I will be setting this up on the normal mode playthrough as well, because this is very important for a lot of different kinds of farming. And you need the level 1 Sharp-Eyed, the level 2 Magical, the level 3 Lucky, and the level 4 Stat Boost. And as a consequence, you also get the POW Hammer Compound X skill, which occasionally, if Colette gets attacked, she will automatically release POW Hammers at the opponent. But I'm only going to be playing with Colette until I've stolen that item. After that, I'm going to be playing with Kratos, because if you looked at the monster list data, Iubaris is a beast, Earth Dagger, added damage to beasts, and I want to use Graveblade. And as for you attacks, Sonic Thrust combines with Power Seal to make Power Thrust. One of the reasons I put Sonic Thrust on S is because Sheena's S-type upgrades to Power Seal and Mirage Seal are better than her T-type upgrades. Power Seal Absolute has a guaranteed chance of lowering defense, unlike Power Seal Pinion, which it does more damage, but it doesn't guarantee the stat drop. So I go with Power Seal Absolute on Sideways to combine with Supersonic Thrust to make Power Thrust. Meanwhile, Colette has Triple Ray Satellite, and Rain has Holy Lance. And unlike the normal mode fight, where the beginning cast of Photon took me a little by surprise, I will be using that Unison attack right away in order to prevent that Photon. Let's look at Sheena's X skills. While they're not as important because I'm not directly playing her, I have Speedcast here because I want those T-Seal Darknesses and Corinne's to come out quick. And then Hard Hit, that's more important when you're directly playing as Sheena and she's front lines. That increases the amount of stagger. I will be going into more detail about Sheena's X skill setup in the next fight, because I will be playing as Sheena in that one. And then there's Blood Spirit. If Sheena happens to get hit, she will recover TP. As far as equipment goes, again, because the basic attack, because Iubaris' basic attacks are light, you want your melee fighter to use to have the stun charm, which gives them the light resistance. I think that's it. So I'm going to be starting with Colette, trying to get that, trying to steal that item. Then I'm going to swap to Kratos for the rest. I will see you in the fight. Oh, that first fight. I need to do it again. I need to have those things happen again. Oh my god. Oh.
This is a dangerous situation.
Watch this! Sorry, don't get in my way. Ready?
I won't let you die. Healing wind!
Item room! Watch this! Yay, I got something! Annoying!
Let's see, Gina, some shadow.
Alright.
Are you okay?
I call upon the envoy from the dark abyss. I summon you. Come, Shadow!
Fireball! Rapture!
Light spear! Demon fang!
Watch this! Tether seal!
Help is on the way. Nurse! Thanks! You away! Ready? Are you okay? First aid!
Light spear! Demon fang!
No way! Don't get in my way!
Light spear! Demon fang!
No way! Ready? Nurse! Thanks! Ready? No way! Barrier!
Demon fang! Light spear!
Watch this!
Demon
Tether seal!
Ready? Nurse!
Ring whirlwind!
Light spear! Demon
Okay, I mean, the fight's better.
fang!
Thank you!
No way!
Rain, she can't sleep.
Here!
Raise satellite! Watch this! Tether seal!
Ready?
Raise satellite!
Thanks!
Ready? Tether seal!
Ready? First aid!
Demon fang!
Ready? Field barrier!
No
Work.
way!
Sorry!
Light spear! Demon fang!
Raise satellite!
Work! Light spear!
Help is on the way!
Work!
Mad now!
Nurse!
Watch this! Ring whirlwind!
Work!
Are you okay? First aid!
Ring
Light
whirlwind!
spear! Demon fang!
Are you
Work.
okay?
This.
First aid!
Tether seal! Raise satellite! Ready? Tether seal!
Follow me!
Holy Lance!
Supersonic thrust!
Power seal! Absolute triple raise satellite!
Follow it up!
Power!
Thrust! Demon fang! Light spear!
Watch this! Tether seal!
Help is on the way! Nurse! Thanks!
Light spear! Demon
Raise
fang!
satellite!
Ready? Field barrier!
There we go. That was a much better version of the same fight. Yeah, I got positive grade this time. So the reason I did this fight again is because I did notice a major contradiction in my original plan. If Sheena casts T-Seal Darkness on Kratos, Kratos no longer has Earth Element and I can't use Graveblade. So, despite the added damage to beasts that comes from the Earth Dagger, I lose the main reason for using the Earth Dagger, so I just swap to the Silver Sword, which also has the benefit of longer reach. So I'm able to string more combos together, and the unison attack has a longer reach. The two things that I really wanted to happen in this fight still happened. One, Colette stole the white quartz off of Iubaris, and Iubaris is the only enemy in the game you can steal a white quartz off of. There are also no enemies that that drop a white quartz, and the only other way of getting a white quartz at all is to randomly get it from the chests in the bonus dungeon of the game. Which means the only reliable way of getting a white quartz for the collector's book is to steal it off of Iubaris. Which I did here. The second thing, I got to summon Shadow without a pact with Shadow. Something that isn't made very clear is that every time Sheena uses an element-altering spell, she actually gets closer to Overlimit, which is one of the reasons why Sheena ended up in Overlimit so close to the start of this fight. Since I'd been using the fights in this dungeon to match levels with the normal mode playthrough, having Sheena cast S-Seal Fire, and that got her closer to Overlimit, so that she could enter Overlimit in this fight and use and summon Shadow. Anyway, that was the Mania Mode version of the fight. Even with the positive grade, I still had a death or two, so this was not a Friendship First fight, but the normal mode fight, I did get Friendship First, and before ending this video, I will talk a little bit about the Friendship First title. So, let's take a look at that Friendship First title that I have never gotten before. I was very close on the minimum battles run, but I got one death at Iubaris exactly. But now, I've got Friendship First. Let's see what that title looks like. All stats. All stats. Now, it has equal intelligence to Chosen, more TP than Chosen. So if you go from Chosen to Friendship First, everything except Int is green, intelligence is gray, that's equal. Now if we go to Colette's, more HP and more strength than Colette's. So Friendship First is clearly the best title right now. So I'm going to give Colette Friendship First on this file. The Mania Mode file does not have Friendship First. So we're going to see the kind of stats it's going to be. The kind of stats they're going to have. I suppose, toward the end of this playthrough, when I do the advanced singles with Colette and get Supergirl for this file, we're going to directly compare and contrast which of the titles is better. But Colette's going to have Friendship First for the normal mode playthrough for the foreseeable future. This has been DracoFlame67 with the Tales of Symphonia Boss Tour Remastered. I will see you with the next fight.